Jesus' Jerusalem journey. Dear friends in Jesus Christ, today as we celebrate Palm Sunday of the Lord's Passion, we begin a profound journey, a journey of reflection, sacrifice, and renewal. Palm Sunday holds a special place in our hearts as it marks the beginning of the Holy Week and commemorates the triumphant entry of Jesus into Jerusalem, signifying the beginning of his journey towards the cross, a journey to salvation for all. In the Gospel of Mark, everything in Jesus' life leads to cross and resurrection. Mark narrates only one visit of Jesus to Jerusalem, because for Mark, the triumphal entry into Jerusalem is the climax of Jesus' mission. Palm branches hold significant symbolism because they represent victory, peace, and eternal life. They were often used to welcome kings and military leaders after they won battles. In ancient times, kings would often ride on horses during times of war, but would opt for a donkey during times of peace to signify humility. When Jesus entered Jerusalem, people waved palm branches with the hope Jesus the King would free them from Roman rule. But our King was different. He was surely bringing peace and salvation, not through war, but through the cross, not by killing others, but by sacrificing himself. Today's readings focus on the suffering and humility of Christ, the Son of God. In Isaiah, we hear the emotional song of the suffering servant of God. Paul, in his letter to the Philippians, highlights the humility and obedience of Christ. It says, "He emptied himself, taking the form of a slave, being born in human likeness, and being found in human form, he humbled himself and became obedient to the point of death, even death on a cross." Are we ready to journey through the Holy Week and enter into the mystery of Christ's passion with open hearts and minds? Jesus instructs two disciples to fetch a donkey from a nearby village. This fulfills an Old Testament prophecy in Zechariah chapter 9 verse 9, which says, "Rejoice greatly, O daughter Zion, shout aloud, O daughter Jerusalem. See, your king comes to you, humble and riding on a donkey." It was predicted that the Messiah, long awaited by Israel, would come into Jerusalem riding a donkey. Like the donkey, we are called to carry Christ to the world. Are we ready to become like the humble donkey that carried Jesus? As we look back to the triumphant entry of Jesus' journey into Jerusalem, greeted with shouts of Hosanna and palm branches waving in the air, we are reminded of the fleeting nature of human praise and exaltation. The same crowds who hailed him as king would soon turn against him, shouting, "Crucify him." Yet, amidst the fickleness of human hearts, Jesus remained steadfast in his mission, a mission of love, redemption, and sacrifice. He willingly entered Jerusalem, fully aware of the suffering that awaited him. He did not shrink back from the path of pain and humiliation, but instead he embraced it with courage and humility. Similarly, as Christians, we must be prepared for both acclaim and opposition, understanding that they are integral to our journey. We cannot selectively embrace one over the other. They are inseparable companions on the path of faith. Palm Sunday invites us to reflect on our own spiritual journey. Are we willing to embrace the cross just as Jesus did? The story of Jesus' passion reveals numerous shortcomings among his disciples. One betrays him, three fall asleep, one denies knowing him, and all scatter in fear. Only one disciple stays by his side at the cross. A stranger tends to his burial, while loyal women stand faithfully nearby. Ultimately, it is these devoted women who became the first bearers of the news of his resurrection to the apostles. The palms we hold in our hands today symbolize more than just fleeting celebrations. They remind us of the call to discipleship, a call to take up our cross and follow Christ. Are we ready to follow Him, even when the road ahead seems daunting and uncertain? May this Palm Sunday be a time of renewal and transformation for each one of us as we journey with Jesus wholeheartedly, even to the cross.